And good evening, football fans. Hello, I'm Peter Wiggins here, and welcome to the NFL Scoreboard on this Sunday night evening, October 19th, 2014, week number 7 here as we are almost halfway into the NFL season of 2014. And let's take a look at the scores here. We are going to start off here in Dallas, Texas, here at Arlington, Texas, at Cowboy Stadium, where the Dallas Cowboys has just got ahead 28-14 over the New York Jets in Arlington, Texas. Here is the Dallas Cowboys begin the scoring on a Gavin Escobar catch from Tony Romo from 15 yards in the first quarter to make it 7-0 in favor of the Cowboys here. And then Otis Beckham, a 9-yard pass from Eli Manning in the second quarter, tied at 7-10. Then NFL's 27-yard pass from Manning to make it 14-7 in favor of the Giants. Then Terrence Williams, 18-yard pass from Tony Romo, and the game is tied at 14 beats at halftime. And then Gavin Escobar, 26-yard pass from Tony Romo, and the Cowboys retake the lead at 21-14. And then DeMarco Murray in the fourth quarter, 1-yard run as the Dallas Cowboys now lead the New York Jets 20-14 with 8:15 left in the fourth quarter here. Down in San Diego, a nail biter down in San Diego. San Diego Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs are deadlocked at 20-20 apiece in the fourth quarter here. As in the Dallas Cowboys game and the New York Giants game, Tony Romo there was pass for 15 for 21 for 2 of 56 yards, a 3 touchdown, and 1 interception. DeMarco Murray, 21 carries for 102 yards and a touchdown. Des Bryant, 7 receivers for 128 yards and no touchdowns there. And Eli Manning, 15 for 24, 184 yards and 2 touchdowns there. As the Chargers and the Chiefs are tied at 20-20 apiece with 33 seconds left here. As the Kansas City Chiefs have the ball in the San Diego 38 as the San Diego Chargers began the score in the first quarter on a John Phillips 1-yard pass by Nick Phillip Rivers to make it 7-0 in favor of the Chargers here. And then Jamal Charles, a 16-yard run, and the game is tied at 7-7 apiece. And then Cairo Santos, a 20-yard field goal is good, 10-7 in favor of the Chiefs. And then the Chargers take the lead on a 27-yard pass from Phillip Rivers as the Chargers now lead at 14-10 in the second quarter. And then Cairo Santos, a 40-yard field goal to have the Chiefs cut it to 14-13 here. And then Anthony Sherman here, 11-yard pass from Alex Smith, and Cairo Santos' kick is good, and the Chiefs lead at 20-14. But then the Chargers tied it up on a pair of back field goals, one from 24 and another from 48 yards to tie it at 20-20 apiece with about 33 ticks left on the clock here, with Kansas City had the ball on the San Diego 38. Up the California coast to Oakland, California, here, where the Arizona Cardinals are leading the Oakland Raiders 21-13 in the fourth quarter out in Oakland here. As the Arizona Cardinals got on the board first on a Stephon Taylor 2-yard pass across the bottom to make it 7-0 in favor of the Cardinals in the first quarter. Then in the second quarter, Michael Floyd, a 33-yard pass by Carson Palmer to make it 14-0 in favor of the Cardinals. And then the Raiders, Darren McFadden, a 1-yard run to make it 14-7 in favor of the Cardinals. And then Sebastian Janikowski, a 29-yard field goal drive as the Cardinals now lead the Raiders 14-10 at halftime break. And then Janikowski, 53 yards field goal there and 9 plays, 29 yards and 4:24 to cut the Cardinals lead to 14-13. But then Stephon Taylor, 4-yard run as the Cardinals now lead it 21-13 as Carson Palmer 20 for 29 for 221 yards and 2 touchdowns and 1 interception here. And Derek Carr, 14 for 26, 158 yards. Now with the Kansas City San Diego game, Alex Smith, so far, 19 for 28 for 221 yards and 1 touchdown. Jamal Charles, 22 carries for 95 yards and 1 touchdown. While Philip was at 17 for 29 for 205 yards and 2 touchdowns here. Look at the early games here down in Baltimore here. The Baltimore Ravens took care of the Atlanta Falcons 29-7 here. As the Ravens got on the board first on end. Owen Daniels, 5-yard pass from Joe Flacco to make it 7-0 in favor of the Ravens through 1 quarter. And then Bernard Pierce, a 1-yard run, and Ravens lead it 14-0. And then Justin Tucker, 30-yard field goal to make it 17-0 Ravens at the 2nd quarter. And then Tucker again, this one from 30 yards again, as the Ravens extended the lead to 20-0 here. And then in 4th quarter, Roddy White, a 4-yard pass from Matt Ryan to make it 27 in favor of the Ravens. And then Matt Ryan sacked by Enzo Terrell sucks for safety to make it 22-7 Ravens. And then Torrey Smith, 39-yard pass from Joe Flacco here as the Ravens defeat the Atlanta Falcons 29-7 as now they are in first place with a 5-2 record, while Atlanta falls to 2-5. Out in Buffalo, where the Buffalo Bills, Kyle Orton shaved off his mustache here, and the mustache trick worked without his mustache as Randy Orton, as Kyle Orton had a last second touchdown to Sammy Watkins with a 2nd and go as the Buffalo Bills eke out a win over the Minnesota Vikings 17-16 here as Blair Walsh, a 40-yard field goal to make it 3-0 Vikings. And then Sammy Watkins, 26-yard pass from Kyle Orton here. A 1-play drive to make it 7-3 in favor of the Bills. And then Cordell Patterson, a 4-yard pass from Teddy Bridgewater to make it 10-7 in Vikings. And then Dan Carpenter, a 31-yard field goal to tie it 10-10 apiece. And then Blair Walsh, 55-yard field goal to make it 13-10 Vikings at halftime. And then in the 4th quarter, Blair Walsh, 33-yard field goal to make it 16-10 favor of the Vikings. And then Sammy Watkins, 2-yard pass from Kyle Orton with a 2nd to spare as Kyle Orton shaving off the mustache. Worked as the Buffalo Bills stun and eke out a victory over the Minnesota Vikings 17-16 here. Out in Chicago, where the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins squared off at Soldier Field as the Miami Dolphins defeat the Chicago Bears 27-14 as we take a look at the stats from the Minnesota-Buffalo game here. Then we will take you highlights of the Chicago-Miami game as Kyle Orton had 31 for 43 attempts for 23 yards with 2 touchdowns, while Teddy Bridgewater 15 for 26 for 157 yards with 1 touchdown. Jerick McKinnon had 19 carries for 103 yards for the Vikings, while Sammy Watkins had 9 receivers for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Vikings here. And now we take a look at the highlights of the Bears-Fins game here. As the Miami Dolphins got on the board 7-0 on a Charles Clay 15-yard pass by Ryan Tannehill to make it 7-0 in favor of the Dolphins here in the 1st quarter. And then in the 2nd quarter, Mike Walsh, a 10-yard pass from Ryan Tannehill to make it 14-0 in favor of the Dolphins here. And then in the 3rd quarter, the Bears got on the board on Matt Forte, 10-yard pass from Jake Cutler to make it 14-7 in favor of the Dolphins here. And then Lamar Miller, 2-yard run to make it 21-7 in favor of the Dolphins. And then Caleb Sturgis, a 33-yard field goal in the 4th quarter to make it 24-7 in favor of the Dolphins. And then Matt Forte, a 1-yard run and a Robbie Gould kick to make it 24-14 Dolphins. And then Sturgis, a 19-yard field goal as the Miami Dolphins defeat the Chicago Bears 27-14 here. Taking it out to Detroit here, where the Detroit Lions and Matthew Stafford storm back to defeat the New Orleans Saints 24-23. as Matthew Stafford had 27 of 40 for 299 yards with 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. While Drew Brees for the Saints, 20 for 45 342 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception here. And the scoring began when Austin Johnson, 13-yard pass from Drew Brees in the second quarter, make it 7-0 in favor of the Saints. But then Matt Prater, 29-yard field goal to make it 7-3 in favor of the Saints. And then Shane Graham, 27-yard field goal to make it 10-3 Saints at halftime break. And then Kenny Stills, a 46-yard pass from Drew Brees to make it 17-3 in favor of the Saints. But then Joique Bell, 1-yard run as the Lions cut the Saints lead to 17-10. And then a pair of Shane Graham field goals, one from 40 yards, one from 36 in the fourth quarter, make it 23-10 in favor of the Saints. But then the Lions storm back as Golden Tate, 73-yard pass from Matthew Stafford, and it was 23-17. Lions trail, and then Corey Fuller, a 5-yard pass from Matt Stafford, with a $1.48 left in the fourth quarter as the Detroit Lions escape the Saints at Motown with a 24-23 victory here. Up at Lambeau Field, up in Green Bay, Wisconsin here. As the Green Bay Packers squared off against the Carolina Panthers here as Aaron Rodgers had another stellar performance up in Green Bay, as he had 19 for 22 for 255 yards and 3 touchdowns here, while Cam Newton had 17-31 for 205 yards and 1 touchdown here. Reggie Cobb, 6 receivers for 121 yards and 1 touchdown here. And the Packers got the scoring first on a Jordy Nelson, 59-yard pass from Aaron Rodgers to make it 7-0 in favor of the Packers. And then Eddie Lacy, a 5-yard run to make it 14-0 in favor of the Packers. And then James Starks, a 13-yard run to make it 21-0 in favor of the Packers. In the first quarter, second quarter, Ryan Cobb, 3-yard pass from Aaron Rodgers to make it 28-0 in favor of the Packers here. And then the Panthers got on the board on a Graham Gainer 33-yard field goal to make it 28-3 Packers. But then the Packers continued to keep up the good work here in the third quarter as Davante Adams, a 21-yard pass from Aaron Rodgers, make it 35-3 in favor of the Packers. And then Mason Crosby, a 38-3 lead by the Packers in the third quarter. But then the Panthers tried to come back on with us. Kevin Benjamin, a 13-yard pass from Cam Newton to make it 38-10 in favor of the Packers. And then Derek Anderson, a 1-yard pass to Brenton Burson, but the Panthers ran out of luck as the Green Bay Packers dominated the game from start to finish as they defeat the Carolina Panthers 38-17 here. As now they improve their record to 5-2. Okay, we are going to take you out to Indy where Andrew Luck had luck on his side here as the Indianapolis Colts blanked the Cincinnati Bengals in Indy 27-0 here as Andrew Luck had 27 42 attempts for 344 yards and 2 touchdowns, while T.Y. Hilton 7 receptions for 170 yards here. Andy Dalton 18 for 38 for 126 yards and no touchdowns here. As the Colts began to score on an Adam Vinatieri 23-yard field goal to make it 3-0 in favor of the Colts, and then in the second quarter, Ahmad Bradshaw, 1-yard run to make it 10-0 in favor of the Colts. And then Dwayne Allen, a 32-yard pass from Andrew Luck to make it 17-0 in favor of the Colts in the third quarter. And then Ahmad Bradshaw, 10-yard pass from Andrew Luck to make it 24-0 in favor of the Colts. And then Adam Vinatieri, a 50-yard field goal as the Indianapolis Colts blanked the Cincinnati Bengals 27-0 here. Down in Jacksonville, where the Jacksonville Jaguars get their first victory of the season on. They defeat the Cleveland Browns 24-6. As Blake Bortles had 17 for 31 attempts for 159 yards and 1 touchdown here, while Ryan Norris 16 for 41 for 215 yards here as the Browns opened the scoring in the first quarter on a kind of 40-yard field goal to make it 3-0 in favor of the Browns. And then Bill Cunningham again from 22 yards in the second quarter, make it 6-0 in favor of the Browns. But then the Jaguars got on the lead for good as Allen Robinson, a 31-yard pass from Blake Bortles to make it 7-6 in favor of the Jaguars. And then Josh Scobie, a 30-yard field goal to make it 10-6 in favor of the Jaguars. And then Denard Robinson, 8-yard run to make it 17-6 in favor of the Jaguars. And then Storm Johnson storms through the Browns with a 3-yard run as the Jacksonville Jaguars get their first victory of the season with a 24-6 victory over the Cleveland Browns. Out in St. Louis, where the St. Louis Rams eked out a victory over the Seattle Seahawks, 28-26. Yes, the St. Louis Rams in the first quarter got off to a good start here. Yes, they shot the defending Super Bowl champion Seahawks, who are struggling. Then Seattle Seahawks opening a scoring on a Stephen Oshka 24-yard field goal to make it 3-zip in favor of the Seahawks. But then Trey Mason, a 60-yard run to make it 7-3 in favor of the Rams in the first quarter. And then Benny Cunningham, a 5-yard pass by Antonio Davis to make it 14-3 in favor of the Rams. And then this is a punt return that was going to be the best of the year. Stedman Bailey, 90-yard punt return on a trick play from the Rams to make it 21-3 in favor of the Rams. And then Hushka got a 35-yard field goal to make it 21-6 Rams. But then Russell Wilson, a 19-yard run and a kick by Hushka to make it 21-13 Rams. And then the Seahawks got a 19-yard pass to Cooper Helfer from Russell Wilson, and the pass failed, 21-19 in favor of Rams. And that proved costly. But as Lance Kendricks had 4-yard pass from Antonio Davis to make it 19 in favor of the Rams. But then Seahawks won't go down if as Doug Baldwin gets a 9-yard pass with Russell Wilson. But the Seahawks ran out of juice as St. Louis Rams survive a Seattle Seahawks rally 20-26. As Antonio Davis had Austin Davis 18 for 21 for 152 yards with 2 touchdowns there, while Russell Wilson at 23 for 36 for 313 yards. And Russell Wilson 7 attempts for 106 rushing yards with 1 touchdown there. Trey Mason 18 attempts for 85 yards. And then down in D.C. where the Washington Redskins defeat the Tennessee Titans on a last-second field goal, 19-17 here, as Kirk Cousins had 10 for 61, 39 yards, while Charlie Whitehurst had 17 for 26 attempts and 160 yards with 2 touchdowns here as the Washington Redskins got on the board first on a Kai Forbath 31-yard field goal to make it 3-0 in favor of the Skins, but then the Titans had an answer on Ryan Sukup 36-yard field goal to tie it at 3. And then Kai Forbath 31-yard field goal second quarter to make it 6-3 Redskins. And then Kendall Wright at 14-yard pass from Charlie Whitehurst to make it 10-6 in favor of the Titans. But then Pierre Crosson 70-yard pass from Colt McCoy to make it 13-10 in favor of the Redskins. And then Kai Forbath 27-yard field goal to make it 16-10 in favor of the Redskins. And then Derek Hagan, a 38-yard pass from Charlie Whitehurst to make it 17-16 in favor of the Titans. And then Kai Forbath, 22-yard field goal. Here's the Washington Redskins defeat the Tennessee Titans 19-17 here. Alright, let's take a look at Sunday night football matchup here on this Sunday night here, as we have a battle of the last 2 Super Bowl runner-ups here is the Denver Broncos, led by Peyton Manning, who are runners-up last year to the Seahawks last Super Bowl, will take on the San Francisco 49ers, who are runner-ups in the Super Bowl 47 and nods to the Ravens of Baltimore. Will square off in Mile High in Denver on this Sunday night. Out in Denver here. As we'll take a look at the matchup here, as the total yards per game, the Denver Broncos had 389 yards to the San Francisco Giants 365.3. Passing yards per game, Denver Broncos had 297.8, and compared with the San Francisco 49ers 229.7 passing yards per game and the rushing yards per game. San Francisco Giants San Francisco 49ers 135.72. The Denver Broncos 91.2. So this is going to be a heavily matched battle between these two clubs here. As Peyton Manning needs Peyton Manning has 506 touchdowns so far. And Brett Favre has about 508. So Peyton Manning needs 3 touchdowns, just 3, to break Brett Favre's record here. As this will be an evenly matched battle between the Niners and the Broncos. So it's going to be a close one here. And we just got a score update in the Kansas City San Diego game. Cairo Santos just won the game with a last-second field goal as the Kansas City Chiefs defeat the San Diego Chargers 23-20 here. And Dallas Cowboys just gone ahead of the New York Jets 31-28. 31-21 here. Dallas Cowboys lead the New York Jets 31-21 with about 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Arizona Cardinals leading the Oakland Raiders 24-13 as we take a look at the standings here in the NFL so far. New England Patriots have a 1-game lead on the Buffalo Bills for first place in the American Football Conference Eastern, with Miami Dolphins not far beyond at 3-3. Baltimore Ravens have a lead in the American Football Conference North over the 2.5-game lead on the Bengals, and Steelers and Browns are 3-3, not far behind. Indianapolis Colts have a 5-2 record. They are the first place in AFC South. Denver Broncos at 4-1, and if they can get a winner against San Francisco, then the Broncos will be in first place in AFC West over a half-game lead on the San Diego Chargers. AFC Conference, then the Dallas can hold on to win over the Jets, then they'll be in first place by a half game of the Eagles. And the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers are tied for first place in NFC North. And in the NFC South, a dogfight in the NFC South so far. Carolina Panthers are 3-3-1 record, while New Orleans Saints are 2-4. And Atlanta Falcons 2-5. So this could be a weak division in the NFC South. And Arizona Cardinals, if they can hold on, they can have a 5-1 record. 5-1 record on the San Francisco 49ers have first place. So, if San Francisco can win over Denver, then they'll have a half-game lead on Arizona Cardinals for first place in the AFC West. And the 49ers lose to the Broncos, then Cardinals will have first place in the AFC West all by themselves. So, just recap these standings here. And that's me, the NFL scoreboard for week number 7 on this October 19th, 2014 on Sunday. On week 7, I'm PJ with you. Good night and a good evening.